In the summer of 2025, panic spread across the internet. Headlines screamed that the world's most infamous haunted doll was gone. Annabelle, the cursed relic locked behind glass at the Warrens Occult Museum, had allegedly vanished. Some swore she escaped. Others claimed she was sighted in strange new places, rocking silently in hotel lobbies, appearing at the foot of strangers' beds. The Warren family denied it. But here's the horrifying truth. Legends like Annabelle don't just die. They evolve, and sometimes they reach out for you. In August 2025, a TikTok clip exploded across social media. The footage showed Annabelle on display at a paranormal event in Gettysburg. But then came whispers. She had been moved, or worse, had moved herself. By the time the doll resurfaced at a Louisiana tourist stop, rumors had spiraled out of control. Paranormal enthusiasts claimed her glass case was left ajar. Others swore they saw the doll's head tilted differently each day, as if she were watching from behind the glass. The internet went into a frenzy. Memes of Annabelle escaping flooded feeds. But beneath the jokes was genuine fear. Because the story of Annabelle has always carried one terrible warning. If you mock her, if you doubt her, she will find you. One woman claimed that after joking about Annabelle's escape online, she woke to scratching on her bedroom walls. A man who attended one of the exhibits allegedly collapsed days later, convulsing and muttering a name no one recognized. Coincidence? Or proof that wherever Annabelle travels, something dark follows? To understand why people still tremble at the thought of Annabelle, we need to go back to the beginning. In 1970, a nursing student received a gift from her mother, a simple Raggedy Ann doll. At first, it was just a decoration on the bed, but soon, the doll seemed to take on a life of its own. The student and her roommate reported finding it in different rooms, though no one had touched it. One day it was on the couch, the next, kneeling in the hallway. And then came the notes. Pieces of parchment scrawled in a childlike hand, reading, "Help us." No paper like it existed in their apartment. Fear turned to dread when blood-like stains appeared on the doll's chest. Desperate for answers, the roommates contacted a psychic. She told them the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins had attached itself to the doll. A tragic death. A lonely soul. The roommates felt pity. They gave Annabelle permission to stay. But that was their mistake. Because according to famed demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren, the doll was not inhabited by a child's spirit at all. Instead, it was being used by a demonic entity, a parasite cloaked in innocence. The Warrens intervened after the doll attacked one of the women's friends, leaving him with claw marks across his chest. They performed blessings, but the evil was relentless. Annabelle was eventually locked inside the Warrens Occult Museum, her case reinforced with holy water and prayers. Yet even there, she remained active. One story tells of a man who visited the museum and mocked her. He pounded on the glass, daring the doll to prove her power. Ed Warren threw him out. But hours later, the man crashed his motorcycle into a tree and died instantly. His girlfriend, who survived, swore she saw Annabelle's stitched eyes staring at them from the road just before the impact. The Warrens warned, Annabelle is not just a doll. She is a vessel, a conduit for something ancient, patient, and profoundly evil. Hollywood transformed Annabelle into a porcelain nightmare, cracked face and glassy eyes, dripping with sinister beauty. She became a franchise, terrifying audiences in the Conjuring universe. But the reality is far more disturbing. The real Annabelle is plain, ordinary, a Raggedy Ann doll with a soft cloth body and a stitched smile. And perhaps that's what makes her worse. Evil does not always look frightening. Evil wears masks. It hides behind the ordinary, behind innocence. Think of it, a doll that looks harmless, childlike, even sweet, but carries the essence of something that wants to kill you. The Warrens often said, the danger of Annabelle wasn't her appearance, it was her intent. She is bait. She is camouflage. She is the hunter hiding in plain sight. For decades, Annabelle has remained sealed inside a locked wooden case in the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. Across the front hangs a sign, "Positively do not open." Each week, a priest blessed her case with holy water. And yet, even within that prison, people claimed she moved. Tourists swore they heard knocking inside the glass. Some said they saw her arms shift ever so slightly. A staff member once described a night when the alarms went off and the doll was found sitting against the glass, as if pressing toward the outside world. In 2020, chaos erupted online when a mistranslation of a museum post claimed Annabelle had escaped. The Warren family denied it, but the rumor spread faster than they could stop it. Millions believed the doll was loose. And then, in 2025, the fear returned. Viral clips showed Annabelle in multiple states, her case at public exhibitions, her head tilted differently in each video. Attendees claimed she gave off an unbearable heaviness, a crushing atmosphere. Paranormal investigators swore their equipment malfunctioned in her presence. Some believe these tours have weakened her restraints. After all, holy water dries. Blessings fade. Glass can crack. What happens if one day, the lock simply fails? Exorcists warn that Annabelle is more than a haunted object. She is a cursed doorway. And every time she is displayed, every time her story is told, she grows stronger. The more people fear her, the more power she gains. So when you watch these clips, when you whisper her name into the dark, ask yourself, are you giving her strength? Annabelle is not just a story. She is a phenomenon, a warning, and maybe even a prophecy. Whether she truly escaped or not, doesn't matter. What matters is that people believe she can. What matters is that she has become more than cloth and thread. She has become a legend, a shadow that crawls through our culture. Ed Warren once said, "The evil in Annabelle is not to be taken lightly. It will never stop. It will only wait." So tonight, when you go to sleep, remember this. The real terror of Annabelle isn't the doll itself. It's the idea that once you know her name, she knows yours. Would you dare stand before her case and look into those stitched red eyes? Or would you turn away before she looks back?